Hello, I am Yogini Sunita, and this is Meditation, Yoga, and Stuff podcast. I believe my dharma or my life's purpose is to share my understanding of meditation, yoga, and Ayurveda, holistic healing science of India. I make these amazing wisdoms accessible and adaptable for present times. So let's start. Hello and welcome to the podcast. Today I'm going to talk about relaxation and why it is so important to have relaxation into our life. And the simple reason for that is it's really amazing to have that balance of activity and relaxation in our life. This is because we are constantly into sympathetic mode. We are constantly doing things in this modern world. The more active we are, we get praised for it. Whereas relaxation, like simple techniques like taking maybe a nice nana nap or resting when needed, is almost like sometimes looked down upon. So this is where we need to tune into now, how to find that life balance of relaxation as well as active life. So both we are trying to tune into that how to find that balance. You may have come across the term, oh, just relax, and so easy to say than done. It's very easy to say, oh, why don't you relax? But we know from our personal experience that it is not easy to find relaxation into our life. So we need to put a little bit effort into that. But having said that, don't make relaxation other stress of your life. So we need to find a way which is going to work for us. It's very important to tune into different types of relaxation and really tune into what's going to work. Also, understanding that negative way of relaxing, like, just flopping down in front of a couch and watching, mindlessly watching TV, is not going to help us in long run. It is, in fact, triggers more mental health issues and more uneasiness in our system. So this is why we need better way to relax. This is why we need to understand that how to bring relaxation. This will also help to work with things like, high blood pressure, heart disease, insomnia, depression, anxiety. So there are a lot of things we can avoid just by doing correct relaxation practices for our system. And sometimes we need outside help to understand what we need. And other times we need to tune inwards, like practices like meditation practices, progressive relaxation. Also, you can do practices like yoga nidra. These all help us to understand what is important to us and what's going to help us to find more deeper way of relaxing. Finding that balance of activity and relaxation is absolutely important. We don't want to be couch potato, and we don't want to be overly active as well. So find a way to bring that balance back into our life. Now, the word yoga means union. What is this union is all about? The union is all about finding this balance. The more in tune we are with our needs, we will move towards more harmony in our life. And this harmony will take us towards, slowly and steadily towards enlightenment. Now, enlightenment may not be your goal here, but bringing more peace in your life, better mental health, this could be your goal. And for all these reasons, it's amazing how relaxation can reduce the stress in our life. And for all these reasons, relaxation, learning how to relax is very important. We hardly learn how to relax. What happens that we are trained to be active, the more active we are, the more that gets praised by the society. And this is where we need to tune into that relaxation is a part of self-care. And if we don't have enough relaxation in our life, then things like anxiety and mental health issues will trigger. So how can we bring relaxation into our life? What are the techniques we can use? What can we find? Where can we find relaxation? So this is again very unique and individual. Now we need to understand there is a difference between rest, which is maybe triggered by drugs or medications. So we need to understand that how can we find relaxation? How can we get relaxation? So there are many ways we can bring relaxation into our life. The first thing yoga tells us wisdom of yoga tells us by just connecting with our breath can start the process of relaxation. Just tune into our body and connecting with our body and understanding or visualizing the movements and really looking at what's happening in the body when we are moving is a really powerful way. Now, yoga asana, when done correctly, with a lot of awareness and with a lot of understanding of what's happening in the body, how is the breath, this will help us to connect with our body. And at the end of yoga classes, you'll find that there is a guided relaxation practice. And these guided relaxation practices are designed to almost, it's like a save button to save the information we have created neurologically. And also it stimulates all parts of our brain. So some relaxation techniques like shavasana, guided shavasana can do that. And this guided shavasana, some yoga traditions have used these techniques for many, many years to guide, find relaxation into our system as well as neurologically save this information. So these techniques, some of the relaxation techniques in Wisdom of Yoga starts from your feet and move up towards your head. Some techniques you will find that start from right foot to move towards left foot and then into your upper body and into your arms and into your head. And there are techniques like Yoga Nidra, which are a little bit advanced technique, which are quite amazing to move towards relaxation. But there is also a concept of sankalpa, which is where we are embedding seed, positive affirmation into our relaxation. So what happens that we are physically relaxing, but we are also adding this seed of sankalpa. There is no direct translation to sankalpa, but here we can say that it is a sankalpa is a positive affirmation, and this affirmation is about aim or goal of your life. So choosing most important goal and forming a very positive sentence, and then we repeat it 3 times during this Yoga Nidra practice, at the beginning, at the end. And the practice is designed such a way that all parts of our brain are lit up, but our body is completely relaxed and still. So Yoga Nidra practice is quite amazing. And another technique you can use is from Ayurveda, using the marma points to massage, and you can use oil for your constitution, and you can use the marma points and massage your body with these oils, special oils. It also triggers absolutely deep relaxation. At the same time, it also keep your body young and healthy for a long period of time. So these techniques are quite amazing. If you're not into Ayurveda, if you don't want to do the self-massage called Abhyanga, you can go and get a massage done. You can use practices like biofeedback, music therapy, art therapy also helps. In yoga, the music therapy, we can call it Nada Yoga, where the music is used to calm the mind yet keep it active. Also mantra chanting, the kirtan practices, which are very heart-centered practices where you are singing the mantras which help us to basically open up our heart center. It's very beautiful practice. It is a call and recall practice. So if you're open for that, mantra chanting, the kirtan practices are really amazing. Also, just listening to music. I mean, music can does so much for our system. So listening to music really helps to calm our system down. Again, the music has to be calming. It's very important to understand that. From yogic point of view, though, you can actually use yoga's wisdom to calm your system down. So the breathing practices in yoga, where we start with breath awareness, just the breath awareness can give us so much. We start understanding about our breath. How many times we pay attention to our breath? Hardly ever, right? So with the regular breath awareness practice, it helps us to understand that how is our breath, and it also helps us to understand that when we are stressed, our breath is different. When we are calm, our breath is different. And we can almost like take control of what's happening with our breath. And this is how we're doing it. We're doing it by just connecting with our breath. Not really manipulating necessarily, just tuning into the breath. And whenever, during any time of the day, whenever you can, pay attention towards your breath. This is a good habit which you can bring into our life. And you start noticing that when we pay attention towards our breath, it starts deepening our breath. Now, when we naturally deepen our breath, when it happens effortlessly, our gases exchange happens in our system with our breath, and we oxygenate our system more. Does that mean that if I start taking like a big breath in every time? That's not necessary. It's just tune into your breath. That is what is important, A lot of time when I'm teaching the breath to my clients, the first timers, when I say take a deep breath in, I see that there is a lot of movement in the body, but breath is not really going in. So how do we bring in deeper breath in our system? Is we slow down our inhale and exhale. We take a more fuller breath in this way. So visualize that you are really calm, and imagine your breath is reaching all the way towards the lowest part of your lungs. And exhale is rising from lowest part of your lungs out through your nostrils, and slowing down inhale and exhale is the way to go. So when we start training like this, our breath will start naturally deepening. You can even visualize that you are following your breath in and out of your body. And this way we start bringing in feeling of relaxation in our system. Just notice that when you're doing these practices, your shoulders are relaxed, your spine is relaxed, your whole system is relaxed. We don't want any tension in our body during this time. So first start with making sure you are relaxed, and then start your breathing practice. As far as possible, do these practices sitting up. Take all the support you need, and you can do these practices. With the breath awareness, just few moments, maybe 3 to 4 breaths, and then you can go back to your work and then continue doing this throughout the day, and you'll find that just this practice helps to relax our system. Another way to do it is, as I said, that correct asana practice. And what happens in yoga asana practices or physical yoga practices is, when we are guided correctly, we bring awareness into our body. We start noticing, oh my God, I was holding my shoulder up, or I do this, there is stress in my neck, or there was stress in my legs, whatever you start noticing, and then this awareness you take from your mat into your life, and you start noticing, oh, I stand on my one foot more than the other. Like I don't stand in a balanced way equally. Weight is not distributed on both feet. And then you start bringing that understanding into your life from the mat. So this is where the yoga asana practices can help us so much. How are we using our body? Are we breathing when we are doing asana practice? And then this information, when you're doing any physical laboring practices, we start noticing, what is my breath? How is my breath? Is it there? And then you take this information into your day-to-day activities. This is how yoga helps us to move towards our physical awareness, takes us towards that, oh, I'm holding tension in the body. How can I relax? So understanding that. And then meditation. Meditation, I love meditation. So I can talk about meditation forever. Meditation is something which actually helps us understand that how unnecessarily we worry about some things, how unnecessarily we hold on to things. And this is where we start also noticing that what are our priorities, what is important. The concept of Maya in Wisdom of Yoga is amazing. And Maya means illusion. And a lot of time our mind creates this illusion, these stories which we think they are true. And meditation helps us to understand that these stories are just stories which mind has woven to protect us. And it helps sometimes, but when we don't need it, we have to let go of these stories, Say, for example, if there is childhood trauma and your mind has woven a story around it, and if you're still carrying this story into your adult life, which is now hindering you from moving forward in your life, this is what happens when our mind hold on to story. So this is what you may heard in your yoga classes or meditation classes, the teacher saying, let go what is not serving you. And this is the intention behind it, that whatever we may have used as a protection mechanism may have helped us at that time, but maybe now it's time to let it go. Because over the period of time, it starts becoming heavy. We get burdened by that weight of that story. So it is time to let go of that story. And we understand this only by turning inwards. Most of the time, our senses are constantly looking out. They are designed to do that, to protect us. Where in meditation, we allow the senses to move awareness inwards, and allow us to let go of whatever not is serving us, and help us to understand what is really important to us, what is our true self, Sometimes we think that we are the stories the mind has woven, but that's not true. We are really pure being of light, and when we start taking that awareness inwards, we start noticing, oh, this is not serving me, it's time to let it go. And we kind of like evolve towards our true self. We move back towards our true self. And that's what meditation does. And it also helps us to reduce anxiety, depression, reduce high blood pressure. There are so many positive effects of relaxation, meditation. And all these practices, we can find a way to find different techniques to move towards relaxation. In Wisdom of Yoga, these are called Pratihara Practices. And these Pratihara Practices help us to move towards better relaxation. So a lot of time when relaxation term used in modern world, it means flopping on a couch and zoning out and watching TV, mindlessly watching TV, or maybe even having a stiff drink, to relax the body. And these are relaxation, kind of like almost negative side of the relaxation. What if we use a positive way of relaxing? What if we use practices which will trigger the parasympathetic response in our system? So let me explain sympathetic and parasympathetic response. So a sympathetic response is where, say, we are in a fight or flight situation. And in the animal world, if a deer hears some sounds, it will stop eating and it will become really alert and it will start noticing its surrounding. And we do the same. So we go into, say, for example, in modern world, if you're going into a meeting where you had to do a big presentation, we are secreting the same kind of like chemicals in our system, just like what deer does. So our brain does that, the same response is triggered in our system. Just like the deer responding into the nature to a sound. But what happens with the nature in that when deer realizes it's not in danger, it shakes its body and go back to the grazing. Whereas in our system, we don't do that. Say after this presentation, you're still wired up. You're still holding all that, stress response in your system. No matter what is the result of the presentation, maybe it is positive or negative, doesn't matter. You are still holding all that response, stress response in your system. And over the period of time, when we are constantly doing it, it becomes body's habit. And this is why we need to train our system to find a relaxation technique that is going to work for you. And these techniques can be slow, steady, long breathing or meditation or gentle asana practice, yoga practice, tai chi, qigong, whatever works for you. A good massage practice, is also really quite helpful. So finding ways to bring in relaxation techniques into your life. Now, these practices, the regular practices really help. So if we can bring it as a regular thing in our life, because the stress is necessary and positive stress is good for us, finding that balance is important. Now, you may find it very interesting when I'm saying that stress is necessary. So a lot of time you may also notice that we need that stress to move through our life. If everything came on a silver platter, we may become lazy, So little bit stress is good in our life. But when it becomes overwhelming, we need to understand that don't let it go to the level of overwhelming. This is why I need to have the techniques, relaxation techniques in our life, where we are consciously bringing awareness towards the breath and deepening our breath. Or you have like a regular asana practice, a regular yoga practice where you are maybe going to a yoga class where you are doing the breath awareness, physical movements with awareness, as well as relaxation. Maybe restorative yoga, which is absolutely beautiful, very beautiful practice where you hold poses for long period of time, but with a lot of support. And these practices are so beautiful that there is no other way but to relax in these in the restorative yoga practice. And another way of doing it is yoga nidra practice, guided relaxation practice. Whenever you can, bring it into your life. Meditation practice, daily meditation practice is absolutely fantastic. There is no other words for that. The daily meditation practice does wonders for our system. So there are many, many ways we can bring relaxation into our life. There is also something called progressive muscle relaxation, which is also really beautiful practice. I highly recommend that practice. This practice actually is a little bit modern, but this practice is also really beautiful to understand how we hold tension in our muscles and how to let go. And then also guided relaxation practice, body scan practices are really beautiful. Listening to nature's sound, the nature walk is really, really beautiful. Connecting with Mother Earth. If you have garden, gardening a little bit. If you have balcony, you can do a little bit gardening in your balcony. Having green, live plants around you can give us so much. Also walking in the nature, as I explained. But if you have, mild sun, walking in nature, say in the morning or in the evening, where sunlight is there, let it seep into your body. It's really beautiful to bring in that energy in our life. And also, things like hiking, where you are aware of nature, connecting with the nature. Another thing is having a pet. Pet can bring in so much joy and relaxation in our life. Connecting with your pet. There are so many ways we can bring in relaxation in our life. And you know yourself the best. So you know what is going to work for you, what is going to be the best for your system. So maybe self-inquiry, after this podcast, maybe start writing down what is really going to bring relaxation, more relaxation in your life. And then replacing the negative relaxation habits with positive relaxation habits, finding a way to bring in more activity as well as relaxation in your life, finding that balance of relaxation and activity. Now, in modern world, we kind of like do not acknowledge importance of that nana nap in the afternoon. And sometimes, if you need to, it's okay to add these kind of like nana nap, or maybe little bit sleep in the morning. These things are joyous. These things are really, allow yourself to enjoy that. Allow yourself to find that relaxation. The joy of oil massage, what I do is I have a glass bottle in which I keep the oil in the bathroom. And before my shower, I use that oil to massage my body, and then take the warm shower, wash away all the excess oil. So this way, when you wear clothes, your body won't be oily. But also just be mindful, your bathroom may get a little bit oily, so have your cleaning products handy so you can clean the bathroom afterwards immediately, because whoever takes a shower after you may slip and fall down. So just be mindful of that. But this is such a joyous way of connecting with your system. You're just asking your body, hey, how are you, and tuning into like your skin and your whole body, like, how are you? Are you okay? It's almost like self-inquiry and connecting with yourself in a way. Also, I love those, essential oil sprays on the pillow. So before I go to sleep, I will spray this lavender essential oil spray. I mean, it's again, I love the smell, and for my system, it's now that smell of beautiful lavender is, my mind is connecting dot, my system is connecting dot with the that smell and sleep. So as soon as I hit the pillow, I am fast asleep. So if you have something like that, you can. There are so many beautiful pillow sprays nowadays online. So you can do your research and see what works for you and see if that is for you. These are just a way to bring in relaxation techniques into our life. I also find that lavender eye pillow is very helpful. Just be mindful that the eye pillow is made out of natural products, and also after maybe a year or so, make sure you replace that. So there are many ways we can bring in relaxation into our life, and your system the best. So that out of all these techniques, what will work for you. Choose one, do it for a few days, then you can add more and you can add more. And you will start noticing that you now have both active as well as balanced relaxation techniques in your life. So find that balance of activity and relaxation is very important. So I hope that today's podcast has helped you to move towards finding more relaxation into your life. Thank you. And thank you for listening to the podcast, and thank you for your suggestions. I'll bring in more topics which you like. Thank you very much for listening. And if you have any questions or any suggestions, feel free to email me through my website. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're taking this time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye for now.